You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize his, and you will find strength. Are never too old. Marcus Aurelius. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Marcus Aurelius. He who fears death will never do anything worthy of a living man. Seneca. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Seneca. It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor. Seneca. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Marcus Aurelius. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Marcus Aurelius. The whole future lies in uncertainty, live immediately. Seneca. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Seneca. Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. Seneca. The mind that is anxious about future events is miserable. Seneca. The greatest obstacle to living is expectancy, which hangs upon tomorrow and loses today. Seneca. Life is like a play, it's not the length, but the excellence of the acting that matters. Seneca. He suffers more than necessary, who suffers before it is necessary. Seneca. Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. Epictetus. No person has the power to have everything they want, but it is in their power not to want what they don't have, and to cheerfully put to good use what they do have. Seneca. Wealth is the slave of a wise man, the master of a fool. Seneca. He who indulges in empty fears earns himself real fears. Seneca. A man who suffers before it is necessary, suffers more than is necessary. Seneca. Time discovers the truth. Seneca. It is not that we have a short space of time, but that we waste much of it. Life is long enough, and it has been given in sufficiently generous measure to allow the accomplishment of the very greatest things if the whole of it is well invested. Seneca. It is the power of the mind to be unconquerable. Seneca. If you really want to escape the things that harass you, what you're needing is not to be in a different place, but to be a different person. Seneca. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. Marcus Aurelius. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. Marcus Aurelius. When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. Marcus Aurelius. Nothing happens to anybody which he is not fitted by nature to bear. Marcus Aurelius. The only wealth which you will keep forever is the wealth you have given away. Marcus Aurelius. Do every act of your life as if it were your last. Marcus Aurelius. If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. Epictetus. Don't explain your philosophy. Embody it. Epictetus. First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. Epictetus. Don't seek to have events happen as you wish, but wish them to happen as they do happen, and all will be well with you. Epictetus. It is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows. Epictetus. The key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best. Epictetus. You become what you give your attention to. Epictetus. Caretake this moment. Immerse yourself in its particulars. Respond to this person, this challenge, this deed. Quit evasions. Stop giving yourself needless trouble. It is time to really live, to fully inhabit the situation you happen to be in now. Epictetus. There's only one way to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about things which are beyond the power of our will. Epictetus. Don't let your reflection on the whole sweep of life crush you. Don't fill your mind with all the bad things that might still happen. Stay focused on the present situation and ask yourself why it's so unbearable and can't be survived. Marcus Aurelius. Accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart. Marcus Aurelius. The object of life is not to be on the side of the majority, but to escape finding oneself in the ranks of the insane. Marcus Aurelius. To live a good life, we have the potential for it. If we learn to be indifferent to what makes no difference. Marcus Aurelius. The first rule is to keep an untroubled spirit. The second is to look things in the face and know them for what they are. Marcus Aurelius. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Marcus Aurelius. Men are disturbed not by things, but by the views which they take of things. Epictetus. He who laughs at himself never runs out of things to laugh at. Epictetus. No man is free who is not master of himself. Epictetus. Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. Epictetus. Practice yourself, for heaven's sake, in little things, and thence proceed to greater. Epictetus. The will to do comes from the understanding that we are part of something greater than ourselves. Epictetus. It is the nature of the wise to resist pleasures, but the foolish to be a slave to them. Epictetus. First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. Epictetus. Don't just say you have read books. Show that through them you have learned to think better, to be a more discriminating and reflective person. Epictetus. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Epictetus. If anyone tells you that a certain person speaks ill of you, do not make excuses about what is said of you, but answer, "He was ignorant of my other faults, else he would not have mentioned these alone." Epictetus. If you wish to be a writer, write. Epictetus. The greater the difficulty, the more glory in surmounting it. Epictetus. The more we value things outside our control, the less control we have. Epictetus. Make the best use of what is in your power, and take the rest as it happens. Epictetus. It is difficulties that show what men are. Epictetus. Man is not worried by real problems so much as by his imagined anxieties about real problems. Epictetus. The only thing that is your own is your time, and how you use that time will shape your life. Epictetus. Seek not the good in external things, seek it in yourselves. Epictetus. Circumstances don't make the man, they only reveal him to himself. Epictetus. The more we value things outside our control, the less control we have. Epictetus. It is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows. Epictetus. He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. Epictetus. True happiness is to enjoy the present, without anxious dependence upon the future. Seneca. We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than from reality. Seneca. Sometimes even to live is an act of courage. Seneca. The first rule is to keep an untroubled spirit. The second is to look things in the face and know them for what they are. Marcus Aurelius.